Yo, what's going on everyone? In today's video, I will show you the ultimate guide to completing the Kortz Center Heist in GTA 5 Online using the Skylight Entrance and also completing the Elite Challenge, plus also doing it without getting detected. I don't want to waste any more of your time though, so if you go on to enjoy, please don't forget to go down below and drop a like on the video for me. But now let's get into this amazing solo Kortz Center Heist guide. So to get things started, you first want to enter inside the art studio, walk up to the heist planning board, and click right on the D-pad to pay that $100,000 setup cost to start the Kortz Center Heist. From there, all you need to do is complete all 5 of the to-do preps and also 2 of the optional preps, which I will be skipping straight to the exact preps you want to complete. Here are those exact preps you want to complete right here. For the infiltration gear, you want to select the tactical equipment. For the unmarked weapons, you want to choose the security loadout. Then for the getaway vehicle, choose the Manchez. And of course, for those 2 equipment preps, you just want to complete them as normal, the access code and also hacking device prep. Then for the optional prep work, you only want to complete 2 of them, the guard routes and also the guard shipments. Sometimes you also need to complete that glass cutter prep, but that one is only required if your secondary targets for the buy request items were in a glass case or not, because if they were in that glass case, you definitely will need that glass cutter to get inside there during the finale. Anyway, once you completed all 5 of those mandatory to-do preps and also 2 of the optional preps, we are now ready to start this heist. Once you start it, you want to put your primary target as the sell option if you just want to sell the painting at the end of the finale, but if you would rather keep the painting as a decoration to put inside the mansion and not earn any money towards the end of the finale, put it on the keep option. It's completely up to you, but once you did, you want to go down to where it says getaway vehicle and choose the Manchez, then go down to where it says weapon loadout and choose a security loadout. From there, you are officially ready to start this Kortz Center heist, so go ahead and start it. Then once you start it, you want to immediately hop inside of your vehicle and start driving all the way towards the Kortz Center. Once you are going up the hill just as I am right here, you want to make sure you don't go all the way up because we are going to be taking a secret shortcut towards the left side of the Kortz Center building, which is just right here. So come over here to this exact spot and park your car behind this tree, making sure you don't go any more forward than this, because if you do drive a little bit more forward, sometimes you might alert the guards, which is definitely not what you want. But once you parked your car right here, you want to start running where I'm going up this part of the hill until we reach these first set of stairs. You'll see here there will be 1 guard and also a security camera, which most of the time, as long as you are running really fast up the hill once you got here, you should be able to run right past the camera just as I did, of course making sure that camera wasn't looking towards your direction once you went past it. After that though, just go up all of these stairs until you reach the very top, because at the top should be 1 guard, which you want to take him out with a headshot, and immediately after you take him out with a headshot, you want to shoot this camera right next to him to the right. From there, we can now run past these guards, making sure they don't see us in their cone of vision, all the way around them and take out this first guard who is by himself. Once you take him out, we can now take out the 2 guards next to each other at the exact same time, just like so. Once you did that, follow where I'm going up these next flights of stairs all the way to the top of the roof, because up here will be the Skylight Entrance, but you first want to take out this guard right here at the bottom of these stairs, and then also this other guard at the top of the roof. From here, go exactly where I'm at this exact glass panel where we are going to be breaking inside of and dropping down with our grapple equipment. You'll even see shortly after you stand here for a few seconds, you'll be put through the cutscene of your character breaking inside and dropping down into the Kortz Center. After you drop down into here, we first want to eliminate the guard right behind us in front of these stairs with a simple headshot. Once you take him out, the next guard you want to take out is to the left of us, leaning on this railing. Once you took him out, come down these stairs just halfway until you barely get an aim on that guard right below to take him out. Once you take him out, we can now drop down these stairs and then go up to the cabinet alarm to disable it. Because during this heist I'm completing right now, my buy request items were in a glass case, and in order to get inside that glass case, you first need to disable the cabinet alarm. That way once we break the case, it doesn't make the alarm go off. Since most of the times your buy request items will most likely be in a glass case like mine was right here, this was my first buy request item, and I always recommend getting all of the buy request items during the Kortz Center heist. That way we could complete the Elite Challenge. It's also pretty simple. As you can see, I already got my first one. My 2 other ones are going to be just up these stairs. As you can see, here's my second one inside this glass cabinet. Then my third and final buy request item was just this painting right behind this guard, which I first took out and then took the painting. Once you did collect all of your buy request items, if your bag capacity is still not 100% full like mine is, I would recommend looting some more secondary target loot inside the glass cabinets until your bag capacity is 100% full. That's what I'm doing in this case over here at this other glass cabinet across the room, because that is part of the elite challenge to get your bag capacity 100% full. Anyway, once it is 100% full and you also got all of your buy request items, we can now make our way all the way up these stairs until we reach the elevator, and once at the elevator you want to perform the really easy keypad hack. And once you successfully hacked it, we can now enter inside the elevator, and you want to go down to the basement because that is where our primary target is located at. Whenever you got down here, there will be one guard walking right in front of us in a second, so you want to wait for him to walk in front of you. Then once he is in front of you and standing still, we can now take him out with a simple headshot. Also, from here on out inside the basement, if any of the guards we take out drop a key card, make sure you pick it up because we are going to be using that for our exit. Anyway, take out this next guard right here in front of these doors, and also that other guard who is watching the door for some reason. Then you want to come up to this keypad if it is blue for you, because if it is red, you want to go to another keypad that is blue. But once at this keypad, you want to perform the really easy fingerprint cloner hack, which is the same one from the Diamond Casino heist. As you could see, I successfully hacked open that keypad, so once it opens, you want to enter inside, then take out this first guard who is standing still, and then go up to the CCTV system to click right on the D-pad and temporarily disable the CCTV. From there, follow where I'm going into this room where the computer is at and take out this guard with a simple headshot. Then what you want to do is open up the phone, take a look at your text, and memorize that access code because we need to put that access code exactly as it told us inside of this computer. Once you entered it inside the computer correctly, you'll see the security doors in front of us will now open to the vault, so go over to that entrance and then you'll now be entered inside of the main vault. This is honestly the hardest part about the entire Kortz Center heist because we can't let any of these lasers touch us, because if they do, the heist will automatically end, or it won't end, but all of the guards will be alerted. So it pretty much ended because the guards will be shooting us and the elite challenge is pretty much out the window at that point. But don't worry, because that won't happen to any of you because I have you completely covered with this laser guide. All you'll want to do to get past these lasers is follow what I'm doing, going past these just as I did, and then go up to this first lever to disable the first section of lasers. It's really easy, of course, since it is the first section of lasers, but this second section is honestly just as easy. Follow where I'm going on to the other side of where we just were, then go under this laser and pass all of these other lasers that are slowly moving. Once you went past them all, then over to the left side underneath this other laser, you want to once again do the same thing and come over to the right side where this lever is and click right on the D-pad to disable the second section of lasers. Those first two sections were really easy, but I'm not gonna lie, the third and final section is a little bit difficult. Just follow exactly what I'm doing. So once that laser in front of us just goes right past us and we are able to walk in between them, go immediately right in between them and then crouch down for this next laser to pass above us and then get right back up. Once you are right back up, you want to prepare yourself and angle yourself sideways. That way, once this last laser that is foot level comes right by us, we are able to easily jump over it just as I did. And once you jumped over it, you want to quickly run over to the last lever and click right on the D-pad to disable the third and final section of lasers. Boom, we are literally done doing the entire laser portion of the heist and also the hardest portion of the heist just like that. From here, we can now go up to the keypad of the vault and click right on the D-pad to hack it. Once you hacked it successfully, you'll see the vault door will now open and we can enter inside. Once inside, you want to steal the primary target at this very middle section. And stealing the primary target is literally so simple. You'll see your character put it on top of this table, then you'll have to click your RT or R2 button to pry off all of these 4 clips. After you pried off all 4 clips, you'll see your character take off the original painting, then put it on top of the cardboard, then whip out the fake version and then put it on top of the frame. Once that fake version is on top of the frame, you'll now need to roll up the original version and then put it inside of the tube and into the duffel bag. Once it is in the duffel bag, we can now begin putting all of the clips back in on our fake version of the painting on this frame. To do this, it is really simple. Your character will put that backboard back on the painting and then you'll have to click your hammer 3 different times to hammer all 4 of the clips back in. Then once you hammered all 4 clips back in, we can now put the painting back on the wall where it originally was, and we officially are ready to leave the vault and also leave the entire Kortz Center since we already stole all of the secondary targets at the very beginning. Which is why I honestly love doing this approach by entering through the roof, because we already stole the secondary targets at the very beginning. But anyway, once you went up to the green button and pushed it for the security doors to open, we now need to go back over to the computer to wipe the vault CCTV footage. Also, during this part, if you haven't got the key card, I would recommend taking out some more guards with simple headshots, making sure you don't alert any of them to eventually pick up that key card. Anyway though, once you went up to the CCTV system and wiped the CCTV vault footage, we also want to temporarily disable the CCTV cameras once again. That way our exit will be way easier. Because during our exit, we are going to be going through the loading bay, which this is why I said you need a key card, because in order to get inside the loading bay, you need to enter the key card inside of this keypad. And once you did, we are able to walk past these doors and also right past this camera since we already temporarily disabled the CCTV cameras. So just pretty much run through the entire loading bay up until you reach the garage door entrance, and once you hit that garage door entrance, you'll be hit with the cutscene of all of the police and also new guards showing up to the front doors of the Kortz Center ready for you to be outside. And I know there are lots of guards and also police we need to escape during this portion, but I honestly have the best route when it comes to escaping since we won't even be getting shot once on our escape or even having any of the guards see us. In order to do this, it is very simple. You just want to follow where I'm going up to this wall to the left and then climb over it. Once you are over it, we are pretty much done. Now we don't need to worry about any of the guards or also police seeing us. All we need to do is follow where I'm going along the entire side part of the Kortz Center property. And yeah, just pretty much follow where I'm going, running through this entire part of the mountain up until you reach this back road or this back trail, because coming up this trail will always be 2 police officers in their cars, which you want to wait until they hop outside the car and then take them out with a simple headshot. Once you took out the officer with a headshot, we can now enter inside his police car and then use this police car to drive over to the lockup, which is not that far away. It is only around 3 miles away. And as you could see, I am speeding up the gameplay very fast, but I didn't even worry about any of the cops on the way over there, because once you get over there, you pretty much will lose the cops on your own without even needing to dodge any of them on the way over there. And as you'll see, even though I'm speeding up the gameplay insanely fast, I didn't even dodge any of the cops driving over there, because once you get close to the lockup, you'll honestly lose the cops on your own without really putting any effort in. So don't stress it too much on your way over to the lockup by dodging the cops or just avoiding roads where they are at. I just would recommend driving straight past them and following your waypoint the entire way over there. Because also part of the elite challenge is to finish this heist in under 17 minutes, which we already finished the entire main portion of the heist in around under 10 minutes, but in order to get over to the lockup, it will take a little bit of time, which we want to make sure it doesn't take that much time, that way it doesn't kill our elite challenge. Take a look right here. I literally was about to go in front of these cops, but once you are next to the lockup, I would recommend now dodging the cops and not going near them. That way you could lose the wanted level. And boom, just like that, I have lost my wanted level. Once you did, drive over to the lockup, which you should already be really close to, and then deliver all the stuff we just stole from the Kortz Center to this buyer. Once you did deliver it all to the buyer in time, here is how much money you'll get paid. Take a look. For the painting, I got $309,000. The bonus loot I got me up to $560,000, and I also complete the buy request, which put me up to $610,000. And I of course complete the elite challenge, which is finishing the heist in under 17 minutes, not losing too much money, having a perfect accuracy, and also completing the buy request list, which all of that got me the elite challenge completed and an extra $50,000. So in total, I earned myself around $660,000 with the elite challenge completed after completing the entire Kortz Center heist, as well as around 3,000 RP. And yeah, now you know the best way to complete the Kortz Center heist in GTA 5 Online, the fastest way possible, and also while completing the elite challenge with the Skylight Entrance. If you went on to enjoy my video and you still haven't already, please do me a favor in return by going down below and dropping a like on it before you click off. And of course, if you aren't, make sure you also hit that subscribe button. But with all of that being said, until next time, I will see you all in my very next video. Peace.